Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and sports fans of all ages, broadcasting live from the heart of the Duke City, it's time for a great afternoon of sports entertainment talk. Get ready for in-depth discussions on everything from the court to the field, mixed with the business and culture that orbit the sports world. Whether it's the latest blockbuster trade or the societal impact of sports. 2 Men On with your hosts, Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
That's me.
With producer Isaiah.
That's Isaiah.
9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
It's Thursday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? Well, that means Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to 2025.
2 days in, and this is going to be the best one ever.
No, it's been the worst start ever.
You remember the last time I said that?
No,
it was the year 2020. And oh, buddy, did that not start off great either?
Did not go well for anyone. Back at the studio is Isaiah Johnson. Isaiah?
I think 2020, unpopular opinion. My 2020, I was living inside every day, always, anyways. So it felt like everyone else joined the misery that I was already living in Las Vegas, Mexico.
It was a global pandemic,
yeah,
you insensitive bleep.
Yeah, you need to
just because you didn't get out of your pajamas doesn't mean it was an awesome year.
It was not.
Good Lord.
Not that it was awesome. It was just the lifestyle. The only part of it was the part of everyone having to stay inside. That was the part where I felt like, okay, this is what I've already been going through. Now, everything else obviously was terrible. COVID even affected my dad terribly. So, the disease was awful. But the staying inside part, it was like, okay, I'm not alone now. Now everyone's on the game.
Okay, so Isaiah's like whenever a little kid can't play with his favorite toy.
Exactly.
No one else to.
Yeah, cool. You increased your Xbox account points. Like, awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, we get it. The day-to-day, Van and I went disc golfing every single day.
Yeah,
every day. That's excessive.
Now that the world has opened back up, how many times have we gone disc golfing? 0.
Yeah, it turns out it did suck all along.
Uh-huh.
Is there PTSD with it? Or
no, it just is boring.
It's fun if you spread it out.
No.
Yeah. I enjoy it. Like, nice little walk in the park. Also, you're throwing stuff.
Yeah, but
trying not to hit vagrants.
We fell in love with disc golf. And by in love, I mean we bought 4 discs.
Yeah, for sure.
We fell in love with disc golf whenever we were getting day drunk doing it.
Now, hold on. We didn't buy any. Remember, friends of the show hit us up and was like, hey, now that you're stuck in COVID, now do you want to disc golf with us?
I do remember
and
that.
We're like, sure, give us discs.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
If you supply the discs.
I still got them.
And I have them in a bag somewhere. I put them in an ammunitions bag that I would sling over a World War II ammunitions bag.
You did.
And I slung it over my shoulder. And then I got a fanny pack, a WWE Championship belt fanny pack that I'd put White Claws in until it burst at the seams.
Yeah.
And then I would go and throw disc and slam a fanny pack full of White Claws.
Yeah, I didn't get any fancy regalia. I just used my hand because I only have 3 discs and then another free hand for a beer.
That was our life.
All right. I got some bad news.
It makes sense.
I got some bad news for 2020 throwback.
Okay.
The last year that started off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which as we know is an acronym for WTF.
Welcome to fun.
Yeah, that's what it is. The last time that happened was 2020. So awesome. Start off with a WTF this year too.
Yeah, well, we had a WTF moment yesterday whenever New Orleans happened. So that big football game down there got pushed back to today. That's currently going on.
Right.
Notre Dame and Georgia, and Notre Dame had a 2-score lead at halftime. Is that what it was?
Yes, sir.
So updates throughout this program on that one. We will do that. The college football playoff bowl series deal has been good. It has been good. It has felt like March Madness. It is the exact thing that they told us it would be. It is enthralling. Even the worst game of yesterday was holiday days Forgive people
Don't
messing
even-
them up. Does
Don't
not
even
matter.
try. Yeah.
The Penn State-Boise State game, first of all, good showing by Boise State fans. That was nice.
Yeah. Mhm.
If you're going to be a booty conference, at least send your fans out.
For sure.
And that's what Boise State did. They showed up. They didn't really show up on the field,
Mhm.
but they didn't get goose-egged, which I guess is nice.
Yeah, I mean, they had a concerted effort to stop Austin Genty, and boy, did they.
Yes.
They stacked 7 or 8 in the
Hey,
box
but
every
Van,
single play.
What about at the end of the game when they give him the ball ceremoniously so he'd have it for the final carry, Van? That was nice, right?
Yeah.
Like Rudy Rudiger nice.
That's yeah, exactly. Rudy Rudiger, nice. It's like, oh man, would Genty have put up these numbers if they played a team as good as Penn State 11 times?
Well, if Boise State played Penn State a bunch of times, no. But if another team that had like a solid wide receiver and a solid quarterback, what would happen is if teams pack the box like that, those guys are both going to be in the Heisman contention. But that
Austin-
game was perfect. As
Actually,
far as
he
yeah.
did great. He solidified himself as a mid-first round draft pick.
Exactly.
Like, that's very good for a running back. That's as
And
good
the
as you will
Cowboys
see for a running back for years to come because the position doesn't matter. You want to know how little it matters? They're not going to let Saquon Barkley play football over the weekend. That's how little the running back position matters.
Here's how much it matters. That 4 of the top 5 rushers in the NFL are playoff games. And Derrick Henry and Saquon, you might as well call them Daquan the duo.
Nice.
They're bringing the position back because the Ravens and the Eagles both are, you can make a case that they're the favorites to win the championship. But Genty fumbling twice in the first half, as a guy who wants him to come to Dallas,
Yeah.
I was the happiest guy in the world because no team's going to trade up for a guy that fumbled twice in the first half.
Tell me you're a sick fan base whenever you watch a college football game and all you think about is your pro football team.
Like, oh man,
Of course.
God,
these fumbles are really helping his draft position.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's definitely dropping to us now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point, though, because if you think about it, think of how many NFL fans are only watching certain games. It's especially in the bowl games. They're only watching certain teams to see the guy that they think they might get.
A lot less college football is watched than NFL football.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
So the NFL fans trickle down to college. So even
Ugh.
at least
Well,
10%.
Especially on New Year's
Yeah,
Day,
the
the
holidays.
only day of the year where there's no NFL football.
The college football is like, listen, we're going to do what the NBA can't. Keep you off our day. That's
Mhm.
our thing. The Texas-Arizona State was as good of a college football game last 5 minutes into overtime that you will ever see.
Agree. Hard agree.
Yeah.
I watched every minute of that game
The last 5
because
into overtime.
because obviously I was laid up on the couch shoving water and electrolytes in my body because reasons.
you and I brought in the new year together like we do every year. I had a lot of fun doing that. No one talked to us about sports, and I loved it. I loved it so much.
We were not at a sports adjacent gathering.
No.
We're at a politics adjacent gathering.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had so many
They quit asking us about that after a while too.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
so quick because it was we were on one side of that.
Uh-huh.
Fred, if you watch the Arizona State game, how can you say running backs don't matter? He threw a touchdown pass, caught the biggest pass of the game, and scored 2 rushing touchdowns, including the over.
Yeah, and one time Ali Farouk-Amesh hit 3 threes for Iowa State in the NCAA tournament. I don't care. Do not miss me with the idea that what's my guy's name? Skeetaboo?
Yeah.
That this cat is he's not a cat.
What?
He got a,
No, he's a dude.
no.
Dude, his
Fifth Heisman.
his thighs are bigger than my hips.
Mhm.
My Levi's can't go over his leg.
Yeah.
There's no way.
You know
By the
what
way,
else?
Zay, did you just keep hearing Kendrick every time they said his last name? I heard Skeetaboo. Like I just kept hearing Kendrick say peekaboo over and over again. Listen to that game. I've been
Here-
pronouncing his name wrong.
Scatterboo.
Oh, here. Yeah, it's Scataboo. Skeetaboo.
Here's what I'm telling you. You said he's not going over. There's no way. He's going to end up 6th round guy, 7th round guy. He's going to end up he's too undersized.
There's
He's not
no
going
way.
to do it.
Did you see him?
Not undersized
He's
at all.
dragging
He's
3 Texas Longhorns on his back.
Tiny.
Dude, no.
He's nothing. They had a good game plan.
He's as wide as he is tall.
White.
He's like a white muscle
There
hamster.
we go.
Yeah.
No, he's not the guy. He had a cool one-time story, and he's going to end up in the annals of one-time college football Ian Johnson style stories where he won an MVP in a losing effort because he is a what? Loser.
No, he's going to get a chance. Somebody's going to give him a chance because that gutsy performance.
It's
like
not his fault.
He hit a couple helmet-to-helmet hits in a nice little scrum.
Yeah.
So he didn't get as much attention he deserved. He was 100% concussed during that game. He was
and he had the flu.
He was sweating profusely and throwing up on the sideline and closing his eyes, and the bright lights were giving him headaches. He was 100% concussed and kept going.
And this generation is really excited about their Michael Allstott.
Yes,
that's what this is.
Yes, they are.
Nothing.
Yeah.
What
that performance made him fly up the draft board.
Peyton Hillis doesn't mean anything to anyone.
If you want to sell jerseys. It sure does.
Hey, that's 100%
yeah.
True. Number one, Harrison Buckner.
Yep.
Number two, this kid.
Yep. Cooper DeJean.
Yeah. Skeetaboo.
Skeetaboo.
Good game plan for Arizona to wait until the last 5 minutes to get in the mix.
That was wild.
Why?
That 16-point swing in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. That was a hell of a game.
Ohio State and Oregon. Oregon is who we thought Oregon was. They don't know how to play tough.
Yeah.
They're too glitzy. They're too finesse. And Ohio State has not forgotten about last year. And Ohio State is going to win your national championship.
Well, it wasn't last year. Oregon beat them this year. So
week one, wasn't it?
That was week 4.
No,
week 4?
National championship.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah, that same finesse team beat them. But Max is on the line. I think Max is also going to he's going to help defend my Ducks.
We don't
defend your Ducks.
The losers? Do you guys
defend Skeetaboo for me?
Hey, why don't you two have pillow talk if you're just going to make up stuff right here? There's no way. Defend them?
He's a locker room guy. I'll tell you that much.
Well, you put Skeetaboo on a team, it's just going to gel it
knows the playbook like the back of his hand.
Yeah,
he's a real leader.
Yeah, he's slimy.
Look at those thighs. He's a gym rat.
All right, Max, you're on.
What's up, Max?
I was just waiting for these guys to quit.
Okay, never.
Yeah. Hey guys, couple things. I told Zay I wanted to jump on and correct these delusional thoughts you guys have here.
Let's go.
The first one, the college seeding, we got screwed. If anything, yeah, it was cool to meet the Rose Bowl, but Oregon should have been playing Ohio State in the college football championship game. That would have been much better. Oregon should have been playing in the lower half of the bracket. Ohio State would have had to crawl through Texas. Penn State up there, it would have been great. But that's beside the fact, my Ducks are still the Ducks. They're still a great college football team, even though we just didn't have the best showing out yesterday, but whatever.
What are you talking about? Will you mention Jordan James' 7 carries for 14 yards, please? Will you talk about the dominance?
He got knocked out with a concussion.
Another one.
Ohio State's got the best defense in college. 8 of their players are fourth year or fifth year players.
And also, we scored the first passing touchdown on them since October 12th when we played them in Austin.
I didn't know
that was the last time they allowed a passing touchdown.
I didn't know that.
And we scored one in the first half.
That's a good note. I didn't know that.
Sure.
No, they should have tried to score at least 3 more.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been nice. I would have appreciated that, but that didn't happen. So now I have an appointment with the 3 in my car at 8:30 this evening, unless the margarita Sadie's table.
How about that run Ohio State's about to go on? You get the misfortune of getting Tennessee in the first round, undefeated number 1 Oregon. Now they got to go through Texas, and now they got to get Georgia, Notre Dame, or Penn State in the next round. It's going to be wild.
Looking right at it.
Yeah, this bracket seeding, you nailed it. So dumb.
Very well deserved it. I think that they very well deserved it, and that I don't think Ryan Day has anything to do with it. I think it's the players themselves, like the freshmen.
Jeremiah Smith specifically.
Ryan Day.
Jeremiah Smith. Ryan Day has nothing to do with it. But
I mean, Secretary don't win no races without a jockey. I mean, that's what this Ohio State team is.
On a separate note, because I'm depressed talking about Oregon now, on a separate note, I think Ashton Jeanty kind of just gave everybody the middle finger to not winning the Heisman and said, well, watch this. This is what a normal running back looks like. So he had a real mid game. He just wasn't really trying as hard as I think he could have. And then to your point earlier, Peekaboo looks exactly like his dad, just 20 years younger, which is creepy to me. But that dude can run a freaking football, and he's going to be like the next Austin Eckler. Who else?
He's bigger than Eckler,
James
though.
Conner.
I think he's.
No, I know, but he's going to be kind of like that short and powerful runner.
5'11".
Like a
No way.
He is not 5'11".
There's no way.
No.
Dude's like 5'8".
Yeah, I would say 5'9".
No.
Tops.
He ain't
are
big.
crazy.
But he might only be 5'9", but he's like 235.
Here's why I know he's tall. He played at Sacramento State with a quarterback I played with in JUCO, and that guy's like 5'8", and he was noticeably bigger than him in the pictures.
All I have to say is that I think it's hilarious that Nick Saban absolutely took a crap on Peekaboo before the game, saying that you talk crap and this is, here's what's going to happen to you. And that's almost what happened to him until halftime. And then after halftime, he took over. But then at the very end, right after he scored that touchdown in second overtime, he was talking to the camera right up in the camera, and then Texas came out and showed him how to do it.
All right,
So,
these are good notes, Max, but you're a betting man. Isaiah's a betting man. Van and I like to embarrass. So what we would like to do at the NFL Combine is we're going to take Prize Pick style, more or less. 5'11" on Cameron Skeetaboo. I'm going to take the less.
I'm taking less, and I'm putting up my house note.
I'm taking more.
There's no way.
I'm going to take the under on that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to take push. I'm going to take the push.
You're saying it's exactly right.
Okay, are we talking about like 5'11" in cleats and a helmet, or like flat-footed at the combine?
That's a big dude. He's not short.
I don't know, dude. He's little.
He's too wide. Like, he's too tall.
He's not tall, but he's also not short. He's 5'11". That's what 5'11" in my book.
That's hurtful. That is hurtful, Zay.
And I'm 6'2".
Yeah. Hey, Max can touch the rim if Cam Skeetaboo is 5'11". Good call, Max.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on. We'll talk to you guys later.
Be good.
Cheers. Happy New Year's, Max.
Oh, it's so funny. Notre Dame is playing football against Georgia. Georgia is not in the mix. Kind of wild to me, low key.
I don't know about wild. I mean, Georgia was my pick out of this group until I saw Ohio State demolish the first two teams they went up against. You just think that Georgia, like whoever comes out of the SEC, should be the favorite. They are not.
With the Natty being in Atlanta, I thought for sure they were going to set it up in a path. And you know how those tickets are. They were going to go for $1 billion. I think it's always bigger than the game itself. This might be an example of, with NIL, and I know that's all going to change with all these new rules with rosters and blah, 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 and revenue sharing and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But the depth isn't there the way it's historically been. You can compete if you're a team like Notre Dame. It's got the NIL money, and they're doing it here. Clichely losing to Northern Illinois State of Metropolis, Chicago, Greater Lakes area.
Whatever it is.
That was it's worth it if you win a natty. It's super worth it.
Also, while I think he's overrated, and all my feelings about Carson Beck, it's hard to lose your projected to go to the NFL quarterback right before the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying with the depth. Like, it's just, you can't anymore recruit a guy as a big school, name one of the 4 big ones, and put him on your roster and tuck him away until you need him. Because now this cat who didn't go to Texas, who didn't go to Notre Dame, they're still being recruited while we're there.
Right.
They're still, hey, the portal's there next year, kid. If you're tired of sitting on the bench, kid, you can walk away from it, kid. Like, we got you, kid. We still care about you, kid. That's what all this is.
I mean, that stuff's going on whether you actually want him on your team or not. You'd rather just steal him from your competition to hoard all these guys.
Don't hate it. There's your bowl recaps. We will give you the Notre Dame score throughout. It's currently, I have 20-3. Is that what you guys have? 20-3. Notre Dame is out in front. More updates come on that throughout this one. We do this every single year, and we're going to do it whenever we get back from the break. Today is Thursday, January the 2nd, and what we're going to do is we're going to give you the 2024 in review. If you're a fan of the program, you've kind of been through this with us a couple of years in a row now. It's not your traditional year in review list.
Sure.
It's with a 2-minute twist, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. You're listening to us, and we're at Sadie's on 4th. Come hang out with your boys. We're on until 6 o'clock tonight, and then this show turns off, and it's Lobo Talk. And I think Coach Patino's on, I would assume.
Okay.
Where is it at the casino, Isaiah? Is that where Lobo Talk is?
I believe so.
I believe it's at the casino. So
Fun spot.
Head out there.
Good place
Go
to be.
Sandia.
I'm into that.
2-minute, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. We're at Sadie's on 4th. Welcoming you to the new year. We're with you today. We're not here tomorrow. Bowl game tomorrow, man. Weekend, and then the boys are back to regular programming, including full Monday night episodes as we're on until 7 o'clock.
Yeah, wild.
Yeah, for some time because Monday Night Football is over. The 13th, we're not. There's a playoff game.
Right.
And then the programming is discretionary. We're excited for it. Every single year, we do our year in review show. We were going to do it on Monday, but it was a short episode, and this deserves proper effort, Van.
Sure.
We always start this thing at the top, and we're going to start it with the 2 Minute On Year in Review of 2024. Person of the Year, Van.
Starting in hot.
It's where we're
Let's
starting.
just jump right in.
Why don't you think? Like, why keep them waiting?
Mm-hmm.
Is how I feel. Would you like to go first or second?
Go ahead, buddy.
Okay. For me, I think it's Donald Trump.
Unfortunately, I have to agree.
Okay, I knew you were going to. That's why I had P. Diddy in my pocket.
Okay.
So give me P. Diddy, Van. I once again believe in the justice system. I once again believe in altruistic efforts. I once again believe that no amount of money can cover such egregious crimes and cover-ups, and I believe that all things are equal, and I hope all those sentences also apply to Luigi Mangione.
So you hope it's going to be a good year for the justice system, making an example out of P. Diddy. Not exactly P. Diddy being the person of the year, more like the let's make an example out of him of the year.
Of the year, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, give me that.
Okay, I'm into that. Big time.
Yep.
All right, so Time already said Donald Trump's a person of the year.
They said that.
They did.
Begrudgingly.
And I understand.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to bust a cap in him. He went on a podcast tour.
That was wild.
Yeah, he lied his way to another victory here. So deserved.
Yeah,
deserved. But I'm going to tell you the real person who swayed the election.
All right.
Is epic dork and least likely to be comfortable in his own skin.
Star of the Avengers.
No, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
So Elon Musk, instead of, he's the richest person on the planet.
Yes.
With a fictional dollar amount. Just make up a number.
Correct.
He has more of it than any other person on the planet. Instead of becoming Batman, instead of curing homelessness, instead of curing world hunger, he tries to buy an election to make more money for all of his business ventures and succeeds.
Yes.
And I believe Elon Musk is the one that told Donald Trump to go on these podcast tours, to not try to tone himself down, to just keep leaning into this MAGA stuff, get more voracious, say crazier things. And I think Elon was the puppeteer behind this whole thing. And now just the U.S. election isn't enough. Now he's going after England. Now he's going after Germany.
Canada.
Now he's trying to influence Canada, which, Donald Trump and Elon Musk are making a play to have this Canada be our 51st or 51st through 54th state, whatever weird ideas they have. But as much as I hate to admit it, Elon Musk, richest person on the planet, also person of the year.
Yeah. Now, Isaiah, welcome. This is your first year in review.
Yes.
I'm assuming you're going to pick Theo Vaughn. Go.
No.
Okay.
No. My person of the year is
1-2. Ohtani sends one in the air. The other way. Back it goes. Gone. One of a kind player.
It's a very good answer.
One of a kind season. Shohei Ohtani starts 50-50 club.
So you're going with Shohei Ohtani?
Okay.
yes, and the commentator.
Yeah, also,
Sweet.
yes, and the play-by-play. Now, this is, of course, because he was able to launder his $1 million in gambling losses
So smart.
through a Ponzi. And I agree with you completely. Super smart move by Shohei.
I agree. That is part of the reason I threw him in there. And then not only did he get out of that legally, I was going to go Scotty Scheffler because he kind of did the same thing, had a great year, in the sport and also defeat the system. But I decided to go Shohei because I had the audio on the computer still.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler, honorable mention. But for the cinema, Shohei. Or I could have gone Freddie.
I like it a lot. This is a very good answer. All right, Van, you ready? Our next category, Rookie of the Year, Van.
Okay.
Rookie of the Year.
Would you like for me to go first?
Yes,
you
I
went
would.
first last
Yes,
time.
you go first.
Okay. I mean, it's Caitlin Clark. Not just in sports, in politics, in pop culture. bringing the relevance of women's sports back single friggin' handedly.
Mhm.
Not only has there been a bump in WNBA, their best season since the first season, it's across all female sports is getting more attention. Everyone's looking in their sport for the next Caitlin Clark. It might be, Alia Meyer from rugby. It could be Trinity Rodman from soccer. Like, everyone's looking for their next Caitlin Clark. So I think it's pretty obvious that she transcends sports. Give me Caitlin Clark,
Good
Rookie of the
answer.
Year.
Yeah, super good answer. Hard to argue. I would say Angel Reese is better because that's what you do on a show like this.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're going to learn anything from Kamala Harris, you've got to be able to know when to scoop up your own misses
Yeah, good point.
over and over
Yeah.
again, which that's what Angel Reese does.
That's her deal.
Yeah.
Every
Rebounds.
shot is also a rebound.
Yeah.
My Rookie of the Year, and I think it's going to come as no surprise to you or any listener at home, Shabuzi. Give me
Okay.
Shabuzi.
All right.
19 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard Top 100. The song has the longest reign as any collaboration with Billy Ray Cyrus as Lil Nas X Old Town Road.
Oh, impressive.
Give me Shabuzi's 19-week run with Tipsy Bar Song as my Rookie of the Year.
It's good. Strong
Yep.
work.
Well, I'm glad you went music, Fred, because I was going to go music. And I think this guy, although not typically considered a rookie, I think he's definitely a rookie to the fame that he got in 2024. And that's Kendrick Lamar. I want to
Okay,
give a
good
big
answer.
applause to Kendrick Lamar
Yeah,
for
welcome to the
finally
scene.
using Drake as a stepping stool
Yep.
to step into the spotlight and become a star for the first time in his career when he wasn't with the Imagine Dragons or Taylor Swift.
That is as good of a contribution as you've ever had to the program.
Yeah. So Kendrick creates art, Isaiah, not just hit jams for teenage girls, okay? Multiple Grammys and a Pulitzer before Drake had the audacity to mess with him. Rookie, how dare you?
When we get back from the break, we continue down our 2024 year in awards with our Lifetime Achievement Award and Most Inspirational Moment. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, live from Sadie's on 4th, the sports animal.
This Mike's hot.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Two Men On. We're doing our 2024 year in review. Before we do, because I just saw it on the texter and I just coincidentally happened to get an email from the university about it. People are asking about the lawsuit that was filed on December the 30th. Here's the official quote from the University of New Mexico. Quote, "We are aware of the filing and it is under review. While it is our practice not to comment on specific details of ongoing legal matters, we want to assure the public that we have robust policies and procedures in place to address any concerns raised by any member of our community. The university remains committed to its core values of integrity, respect, and excellence in all aspects of our operations, including athletics. We'll provide updates as appropriate while respecting the privacy and the rights of all individuals received." Van and I will give insight on that as it rolls out. There's a weird double narrative here. There's what's real public and then what's real widely known. And because we're on public airwaves, there's only one narrative to tell, and there's really no reason to repeat that until more can be said.
ChatGPT, tell me what a university should say in response to a lawsuit.
You're not wrong.
Isaiah's dialed in today. Isaiah was like, I think I'll be funny this year. That's my new thing.
Is that your resolution?
Is that your resolution? Be funny for a change?
Oh, that's great.
You got it.
Yes, that and wear more jeans.
And what?
He's
Wear
becoming
more
me. Van Isaiah is becoming his father.
Are you going to enter a bunch of chess tournaments now that it's okay to wear jeans? Is this what?
This is a good reference. I don't know if everyone gets it.
No, it's a deep cut. At least it's recent.
I thought about learning how to play chess a couple of days. I thought about trying to go down there. I've heard there's a lot of benefits.
If we shot a YouTube video where we teach you how to play chess and you have urban-centric reactions to it, it will do very well on the internet.
Okay. Pretend we're showing you magic.
Yes. Yeah. Pretend you're hearing Queen for the first time.
Okay. Deal.
It's our Lifetime Achievement Award, boys. We're looking back at 2024, and we are hitting the highlights. It's the 2024 Lifetime Achievement Award. Van, you went last in the last segment?
Yeah.
You went first? I will go first to this one.
Okay.
Followed by Isaiah, then you. Give me a total solar eclipse, okay?
Ooh.
That is my Lifetime Achievement Award for 2024 because none of us are going to see another one. So give me the total solar eclipse that came right here across New Mexico and parts of Mexico, I assume, as well. And there you go. Put it on my list of 2024's Lifetime Achievement Awards, the solar eclipse.
That's pretty cool, man. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Let me raise you one real quick. There's going to be a full planetary alignment on January 25th of the year 2025.
Oh,
that's spooky.
There we go.
Okay. Zay?
All right. My Lifetime Achievement Award is a guy who I believe won his only championship of his career, but he capped it off with maybe the cringiest moment of the entire year.
Jason, just what's it feel like to finally be a champion?
Oh my God. It's a surreal feeling. We did it. We did it!
Oof.
Give me goosebumps. God. I just got goosebumps. It's so
what's
great.
the opposite of goosebumps? I got duck innies.
It's cringe, is what it is.
Talking about St. Louis native Jason Tatum on his championship for the Boston Celtics. Good pick, Isaiah.
Yes.
Okay, Lifetime Achievement Award.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad no one stole this one because I think this is the obvious one.
Is it Jimmy Carter related?
It's obviously Jimmy Carter. My favorite all-time president, absolutely goated. The first president modern enough to be born in a hospital.
Yeah.
But also the first president to go by his nickname Jimmy because he's just like a cool dude.
Yeah.
He didn't go by like James Earl Carter.
Nope.
He's like, I'm just Jimmy, guys. Like, this dude quit a promising naval career to save his family peanut farm.
Correct.
He is an absolute dude. 2, right after he saved his family peanut farm, all the hard work that went into that completely disregarded as when he ran for president to make sure there'd be no conflicts of interest. He sold his family peanut farm to make sure that he was making ethical and moral decisions that didn't get in the way.
Farm. It was a huge farm.
It was a giant farm. Been in his family. He almost derailed his political career because he supported civil rights. This is an absolute dude. We haven't had a president as good as him since him, and I don't think we ever will again.
He
So
was
shout out to a legend, Jimmy Carter.
not mentioned.
Dedicated his whole life building houses for the less fortunate all the way up into his 99th year of
Yes.
living. It is amazing what he's done. He's an example for the class,
Nope.
and he is all class.
Nobel Peace Prize winner. You did not mention.
There's too many to mention.
There's too many to mention.
We only got 2 hours in this thing
It's a
today.
very good answer to this one. Our most inspirational moment of the year, Van. Our most inspirational moment of the year. This one is a tough one. This one's a tough one for me. I don't want to too much distract from all my answers that aren't sports.
Okay.
But I think I need to put Simone Biles on my list somewhere
Fantastic.
because of the Summer Olympics and her career. She almost got my lifetime achievement, except for the solar eclipse was too significant. So I'm gonna give you Simone Biles as the most inspirational of the year, Van.
Great answer. Yeah, and I'm glad you dipped your toe into at least a little something in the sports world this
She was
year.
awesome.
So, yeah, I mean, just all around awesome. Like, for the sake of sport, I'm going to pick a different pick, but I should say Jimmy Carter again. Also for inspiration.
You could say presidency, and you could go how Donald Trump was found guilty on 34 felony counts, including falsifying business records. Do you want to do that? Is that your most inspirational moment of the year?
Or like a week ago, how his appeal was turned down for the Jean Carroll case.
And he still owes
And
$5
now-
million?
Yeah, and now he's like a rapist with a debt, not just an accused rapist like that. That's
Do you want that one?
yeah, that's one. That's one to have.
Isaiah?
I don't know if I can beat those. But I'm going to go with the sport of basketball. Summer Olympics, again, kind of Simone Biles.
Okay.
Going to be Steph Curry when he hit the third three-pointer that gave us the gold medal win. We were supposed to win, but a lot of those games were too close. And it was kind of quiet when we won. But if we had have lost, the sport of basketball in America would have taken a huge hit globally, as far as us being viewed as just the top dogs, I believe.
It's a very good answer. I like this one a lot. Most inspirational, Steph Curry doing the thing he was supposed to do.
Yeah, sure.
Yep, got it. Oh, Steph Curry meeting expectation.
Just imagine if we would have lost. Like even earlier, South Sudan, they just almost got us twice, and they just became a country
5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
In
my
Steph
voice.
Curry's life.
Yes. So a lot was at stake there.
One final one before we go to break, boys, because we're fortunate to be in control of our own time here. It's our Unsung Hero Award.
Ooh,
Okay,
I like
our
this.
Unsung Hero Award. I'm going to go with those two astronauts got stuck in that spaceship forever.
That's a good one.
Those dudes I think they're still up there.
I forgot they're not back yet,
They're
are
not
they?
even back yet.
No, they gotta wait for the next hole in the Van Allen radiation belt, which is
Yeah.
what I was named after, to surface so they can
Nice.
come back.
Yeah, they went up in June. Like they've been up there for a while. So no one's really singing their song, right? That's pretty unsung.
Yeah,
Yeah, give me those two astronauts.
that's a good one.
Yeah, they sent their car back without them. You just stay here.
Zay, what you got for unsung hero?
I'm going to go the obvious answer, Diego Pavia.
Oh, okay, it's a good one.
Diego
He's
Pavia.
pretty well sung.
I believe he's being sung.
We sing about him
Yeah.
on this
He
program.
doesn't have a Gilligan's Isle
Yeah.
style story where he's supposed to leave for a 3-hour tour of the space station, and then they get stuck up there on a deserted island of spaceship.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah, I think he fits the mold.
Good answer.
Unsung hero in this year, I'll be pretty adamant about saying people who are speaking out against the unchecked rise of artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Like, hey, be careful. It's not just funny pictures on the internet.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Just because like you can talk to your computer and it can make a photo of a half pig, half Donald Trump eating at a Chinese buffet.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you can do it doesn't mean it's okay.
No, should not do it.
The unchecked rise of AI is going to cause more problems than it's going to help humanity. Please listen to the people who are trying to tell you to slow down on this. These are the heroes.
the ability to create memes it's really made it very, very hard to take anything serious. I respect the fact that I think the only thing that the internet will take serious and you don't see jokes about is when things like what happened in Louisiana happen. But even then, I was surprised when they postponed the game because it's so quick to see the next big thing happen, and money is such a big thing. I'm like, let me see if they actually postpone this. Like
the issue with the game yesterday is they couldn't assure you it was safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. They didn't have the personnel down there. They will.
Luigi Mangione. That's just a big joke one line. Like, no one's taking that serious.
Oh, I think a lot of people are taking it very serious, but if he would have looked different or he would have had like a different background, it would have been received different.
If you look at any of these cats from Fort Bragg over the weekend that yesterday in Louisiana or yesterday in Las Vegas and today, and was it Queens today or the Bronx? Like
New York.
Yeah, we're in day 2. Like we're in day 2 of 2025.
Sure.
There's
coming in hot.
Oh, it is.
That Cybertruck thing is really insane.
It's all like none of it is okay.
Yeah. Like you usually got to go outside of city limits to get fireworks.
2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Live from Sadie's on 4th, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored by
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. We're live at Sadie's on 4th. Isaiah Johnson is not. He's back at the studio. We're wrapping up the 4 o'clock hour with our 2024 year in review. It's been an absolute banger of a program thus far. Okay, Isaiah, you're going first in this round, and it is our breakout star of the year. Isaiah, it's our breakout star of the year. Who do you got?
Breakout star of the year. So many options.
Yes.
Yeah.
So many options that I can't knock this guy off the top. It's Deuce Vaughn. Breakout star of the year is Deuce. Breakout star of the year is Deuce Vaughn. Signing on the team with his father, but this year actually getting some clock a little bit early in the season. He even almost made my fantasy team. I think he's a breakout star. That's breakout stars. You're not already at the top. You're near the bottom, but it's about you broke out. It's the first year. And I think Deuce Vaughn.
It sounds more like you're looking to 2025 to be the breakout star.
I don't think
on the Dallas Cowboys or another team. Is it the breakout on another team? I'm confused.
I don't know if he's still on the roster, but I know earlier this season breakout star.
Okay, good answer, Van.
All right. This one I used to rail against. I used to preach about this from the top of the Sandias.
Mm-hmm.
I think the big breakout star this year is global warming.
Oh,
because
it's
gotten for the 27th year in a row. It's the hottest year on record. We broke a new record. Oh, the one that was set last year. Oh, the one that was set the year before that. Oh, the one that was before that. But it means a lot to me this year.
Dominoes.
Because I used to, my hippie bleep drove a Prius for this reason.
I remember.
I go to meetings and advocate for legislation that might help this issue at all. But completely turned the corner this year, Fred, because I've done more winter golfing the past 2 months than I ever have my whole life. I used to be anti-global warming, but I don't care anymore.
No.
Give me all the extra golf days in the winter you got. And we'll just leave a mess for our kids. We don't care anymore.
You're in the later years of your life. It's all dwindling.
Yeah.
Your best ones are behind you.
Why do I care anymore?
You do not.
I get to golf more.
That's how, yes.
I'm in. Bring it.
It's Charlie Woods, boys. I watched Charlie Woods hit a hole-in-one the other day, and his dad was right there. And it was like the coolest thing I ever saw.
Yeah.
And he's never going to lose a golf tournament again. So give me Charlie Woods as your breakout star of the year.
Strong answer. Yeah.
You see him hit that sweet hole-in-one?
Yeah, I did.
At PNC.
And much like a lot of young athletes' lives, his dad wasn't even paying attention. Somebody had to tell him about it.
Yeah, but then they had a sweet red-on-red hug.
After that was sweet. Yeah, for sure.
You put a MAGA sticker on that, and that looks like a sweet political ad. Good first hour of the program. Whenever we get back from the break, we continue down our 2024 year in review. Keep in mind, your boys are on until 6 o'clock tonight before this show becomes a different show, and that show is Lobo Talk. That's over at Sandia Casino, is my understanding. You can go out there and fawn over how good the basketball team has been. Don't ask any questions about any lawsuits.
Or live your life.
Well, there's that
2025 now, best year ever.
The first 2 days have been terrible.
They're awful.
They're at or near the worst start to the history of any race ever, including the tortoise and the hare.
For you, maybe.
Going on 95.9 FM and AM 610, live from Sadie's on 4th, the sports animal. welcome to 2025. If you're like us, you had to go to work today.
Like, get one more day off, and then the year really starts. Like, good for us.
That's how my day job feels. You know, my day job with the Boys and Girls Club is Central New Mexico.
Yep.
So the first, whatever this has been, last 3 weeks, it has just been a desert scape of return calls. It's been a desert scape of like people being able to contribute.
Sure.
So my next week, I have back-to-back meetings every single day of the week until my head falls off.
Well, see, aren't you more on like a fiscal year schedule as opposed to like a calendar year schedule?
Dog. Everyone. There's only assistants in office right now. 0 others. I was even trying to get creative with our schedule because we have all these bowl games and everything. I was like, I got some nights off. I was like, I'll schedule some happy hours. I'll do some stuff. People are like, no, fam. No, Disney World's open during Christmas. No, fam. Global warming. We're taking a cruise. Sorry,
whenever you want.
Yeah, you ain't the guy. But next week, watch me try to keep it straight. Also, I'm going to wear out my assistant in 2025 with work.
Thank you for clarifying. Yeah.
So let's see. Let's get it. We are going through the year 2024 in review. It's our 2024 review show. We do this every single year, and it's a lot of fun. Van, we've come full circle. We're back to you to start. It's Team of the Year, Van.
Team of the
Who
Year.
is your 2024 Team of the Year?
Reluctantly, I'm going to have to say the Republican Party.
Yeah, they did very well.
They really pulled that one out.
Yep.
I didn't see that one coming. You would have thought that without we're
in the same world, by the way.
Without a proper, campaign, without a chance to meet all the candidates, without the chance to have a party choose their own candidate for presidential election.
You're talking about the Democratic Party right
just
now.
shoving a VP down your throat that no one voted for to be in that position. That's wild how that backfired.
Didn't go through the process.
That's bonkers. No one saw that coming.
Yeah, it's a super good answer.
Also, like, you get to choose a guy that's like got a few dozen felonies, a really awful, some sexual assault cases, been sued over 3,000 times by businesses he worked with, some family members making overseas crimes, but it's either that or a woman. And then it's like, no, we're not going to choose a woman. Get out of here. You guys are silly.
Is that woman a person of color?
Well, no, like a bunch of different colors too.
Okay, all right, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
Well, Van, I was going to go with the Supreme Court Justice team of this great country, but now I'm not because you went political.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with team people who stuck with Walgreens stock.
Okay.
Because you got to be a real solid team if you stuck with the Walgreens. Walgreens Boots Alliance, the worst performing stock of 2024. Also, they're looking for private investors. So if the three of us want to pull together the $30 or $45, we might be able to buy an entire store.
Well, joke's on you guys. Guess who's nugget pouch deep in CVS stock?
Yep.
That's your boy right here.
Skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Isaiah?
Bill's on me tonight, boys.
In honor of all of the wonderful sound bites I've been playing, I'm going to go with the team over at Isham Dental. For fixing,
good answer.
Yes, for fixing the super broken tooth I had because I hated my mouthpiece in football, and it began cutting into my tongue. So I said, all right, enough of this. Got a hold of Scott Isham and took care of that for me.
He also gave me some sweet veneers, and that's why I smile big, man. I'm that dude.
Yeah.
You got
a whole new grill. Isaiah just got one new tooth. Like, you got a whole mouthful.
You can find Scott and his team at ishamdentalabq.com, where you can get that free exam and x-ray. If you sign up there, it's $550 per arch, $900 for the set. And they accept all your Medicare, A, B, and private insurances. Very good answer, Isaiah.
Yeah, strong work.
Very good.
Hell of a plug. Only 2 days in here. You're in rare form, Zay.
I like that. All right, Van. Your best collaboration of the year. Give me your best collab of the year.
All right, I'm kicking this one off.
Yeah, it's still your...
This was one of the toughest categories for me, okay?
It was.
So many great collaborations this year. But one, to me, stands head and shoulders above the rest. Some very hydrated and lubricated head and shoulders. So I'm going with Michael Cera and CeraVe lotion.
This is a bad answer.
It's genius. How has this company been alive for decades? And ever since the Juno or the Superbad, they never thought to reach out to Michael Cera. But that's the best collaboration of 2024. Michael Cera and CeraVe lotion.
Terrible answer. It's Glickid. The answer is Glickid. Give me the combination of the opening weekend of the musical movie adaptation Wicked and the disastrous sequel to my favorite childhood movie Gladiator, Gladiator 2. Give me Glickid as your best collaboration of the year.
You can take your great value Barbenheimer and shove it all the way up in your 2024, okay?
Well, that was 2023, unless you talk about when it won the Oscar, because Oppenheimer ruled the Oscars in 2024.
Yeah.
I would allow that.
And Glickid, it won't even be invited.
No, we will not.
A couple Razzies in their future.
All right, so I got two good ones here. My winner's going to be LeBron and Bron. Collabing on the court.
Yeah, good answer.
First time and probably the only time in NBA history. And I think LeBron might double dip there and do it twice. With Bryce James just committing to Arizona. Little side.
We got 2 more years, right?
Yep.
LeBron's only got to play 5 more years to be the oldest NBA player ever. He will do that.
That's crazy. And then also, I'm going to go with an interview that broke the internet to kick off 2024. It actually was a year ago tomorrow. And that's Shannon Sharpe and Cat Williams. Took a lot of cats out the bag. And I think kick-started the beef in 2024 amongst everybody. I think
hard agree.
Yeah.
Cat Williams is an underestimated figure of 2024.
Of snitching.
Yeah. He's got his ear to the street and in his mouth in front of a microphone.
And he got beat up by a 13-year-old.
The thing is, he's a prophet. Everything he said is correct. So whatever Cat Williams says next, just because he looks like that, just because he talks like that, your boy is kicking the truth.
He's the Notra Cat Smith of predictions.
Believe cats.
He says he can run a 4.5 and then he went out and ran
50.
one in jeans. He ran one in jeans. He ran a 4.8. I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
He might be able to pull off.
Hey,
a
the actual inspiration of why Isaiah is now wearing more jeans
Yeah.
finally comes out.
You're trying to shave some off your 40 time?
All right, boys, we're moving forward. It's your MVP of 2024, your most valuable player, Van. Who you got?
All right, this one was tough, but
It was not. This is a runaway, obvious one.
I gotta take the legend, and he's only gonna get better.
Why are you saying he?
Isaiah's first answer is my MVP of every sport, every politic, everything. Shohei Ohtani is the best.
No.
He's the best to do any sport ever. Shohei Ohtani is better at baseball than Michael Jordan was at basketball. Shohei Ohtani is better at baseball than Tiger Woods was at golf. He's the best to ever do it. He's the MVP of Major League Baseball. Every single year he decides to play Major League Baseball. Congratulations on winning the MVP award every single year until you retire, Shohei Ohtani.
God, you just gave the worst answer, dude.
Zay?
It's my turn. It's Taylor Swift.
Ugh.
I almost went Kelsey.
I mean, that's what it is. First, she opens the year by winning every Grammy, like all of the Grammys, and then she goes on her tour, and then she just out of nowhere gives you Tortured Poets. She only wrapped this thing up December the 11th, 2 days before her birthday. Like she had the entire year in control. It's Taylor Swift, boys.
She's had the last 3 years in control. That's not the worst answer.
I'd say 5. I say if you go back to Folklore, that's when it started in 2020.
When was 1989? Like 20 years ago? So for 20 years, she's been crushing it.
Not Taylor's version. That just came out.
Also, the Taylor fatigue is very, very dense with me right now.
Not me.
That's a lot.
Oh, you spent all weekend with a 9-year-old.
Yeah, who loves Taylor Swift.
Isaiah?
So mine is going to be this very smart gentleman who somehow always manages to get paid and do nothing. And that's going to be Kawhi Leonard, because this guy, Kawhi Leonard, the last time he played a game was April 26th, but the guy's not played yet this NBA season. He didn't play in the Olympics. He pulls out of the Olympics last second because he says he's not right. But then on top of that, last weekend, he dropped a video on his social media of him talking to himself as himself is fishing peacefully.
Saw that.
And he says, everything, what did he say? Some things just take time. When you get it, it makes it all worth it. And he drops a little teaser and says, coming soon, as if it was an album release.
just an epic bag getter. Like, he's only played 2 full seasons in the NBA his whole career. He won the NBA championship both of those years, and no other season in his whole career has he played a whole season. He's been hurt every year, keeps getting the bag. He's able to have a commercial, a primetime commercial about himself, talking to himself about coming back to play. It's wild.
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi, do you people care?
My MVP of 2024, it's coming down to 2 guys. And I consider it a little bit of a legacy award. So you have Quincy Jones.
Okay.
And you have Jimmy Carter.
Okay.
Those are your only 2 options, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give it to Jimmy.
Okay.
39th president of the United States.
So strong.
A million accolades, which you gave earlier.
Sure.
And waited till the very end.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something cool about that.
Only president to make it to 100.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Also, is he over 6 foot tall?
I think he's exactly 6 foot tall.
To my knowledge, the first individual over 6 foot tall to ever live to 100. You have to have presidential level health care
Yeah, for
to
sure.
live to 100 if you are blessed and cursed with any amount of size. Give me, Van. Jimmy Carter is my MVP of 2024.
Your boy's 5'11".
All right? Scratch everything I just said.
Okay, never mind.
Quincy Jones.
He only made world history through presidents.
Yeah, but did he work with many of the biggest names in jazz, rock, R&B, pop, and hip-hop, especially known for his work with Michael Jackson on the blockbuster album Thriller? Quincy Jones is my new MVP of 2024.
Raised a talented, hot daughter, too. Don't
You talking about
leave.
Rashida?
I'm talking about Rashida.
The
Yes, I
problem
am.
with Rashida is she's not
let's go
one
into this.
thing. Okay.
Okay.
She can kind of sing. She
Okay.
can kind of dance.
Yeah.
She can kind of act.
Sure.
She's kind of a comedian.
Mhm.
She's kind of pretty.
Mm.
She's not all or any of those things entirely.
Yeah, who wants to be a 10 out of 10 in something? That's exhausting.
Taylor.
Yeah. What is she a 10 at? I'm still waiting.
Perfect 10.
Okay.
Isaiah, wrap it up.
Ooh. Just the Hall of Fame inductee. I'm going to go Jason Kelsey. I'm not going to go Travis and take the low-hanging fruit. I'm going to go Jason Kelsey specifically because of this. He's a big star, right? Names all in the news. He's on cereal boxes. But how about him forgetting who he was when someone ran their mouth about his brother, having his brother's back, knocking the phone at the guy's hand, and still maintaining his teddy bear image in the process. Something really hard to do with all the social media.
No, it is. What?
help them.
That's the move now. That's the easiest move. You do something. You Morgan Wallen the thing. You do crazy dumb stuff, and then you just pretend.
Sure.
You just never acknowledge it. You just come back to the center. Eventually, I can give you a bunch more examples.
Vince McMahon, that thing.
100% Vince McMahon. There's all kinds of these. That's what he did. The nothing move. Just like Garth Brooks is about to do. You do the nothing move, and you come right back to where everyone else is.
Trump did it.
Trump did it.
It's impressive. Very impressive.
He's been doing it since 1989, the year Taylor Swift was born.
That probably
This is a program, friend of the show. You all know.
Yeah.
We do not advocate for violence on that program.
No, we do not.
We resolve our problems peacefully, like adults.
With words.
With words.
Yeah.
With reason.
Yeah.
With character. With a certain moral compass.
Often a degree of kindness.
Some would say.
Yeah.
Well, my Hall of Famer
I know where you're going.
is Luigi
Yeah, I knew
Mangione.
it would be. Yeah.
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to our country
Don't know.
where he is going to be hey, universal health care, this guy, for it. We waste so much money on our healthcare system.
others.
We would save billions of dollars moving to universal healthcare. Anything that you've heard otherwise, it's propaganda. You're being lied to.
Good word.
But I don't think murdering somebody in cold blood on the sidewalk in New York is how we solve these problems. But the reaction to it, the fervor over this, the memes, the Luigi memes. How many ladies watching The View started Googling shirtless Luigi? It's the most viewed image of 2024 is a shirtless murderer.
Is it a ChatGPT one or a legit one?
No, the real one.
Oh, damn.
The real one. Jacked Luigi on some vacation when he was in college is the number one viewed image of the year. It is wild.
Him looking like Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, he looks good.
All the left and right stuff, all the red and blue stuff, all the MAGA versus lib bleep, all this stuff washed away immediately when one CEO gets capped on the streets in New York. This is one of the most awful things to happen and become this big of a deal. That the reason that it's this big of a deal is mind-blowing. But in these trying times, in the year 2024, moving into 2025, with all the division on every single possible topic in the world, at least we can agree on one thing.
Global warming.
That billionaire oligarchs are the problem.
Yeah, they're bad.
Sign up. Luigi Mangione.
Yeah.
Look what you did, buddy.
Give me class.
You united us.
Give me class versus culture every time. When we get back from the break, it's Sports Centric. That's right. We give you our top winners of the year as relates to Game of the Year, Athlete of the Year, Play of the Year, Best Comeback of the Year, Rivalry of the Year, and so many more. It's 2 Men On, live from Cities on 4th, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Sadie's on Fourth. Big thank you to Seahawks Steve who just came out. All right, so Van's found some new friends here in the building.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Got some new friends of the show that wanted to wave at their mom, so I put the camera on them for a second.
You can join us on our live stream, facebook.com/TalkABQ. Also, find Talk ABQ on YouTube. Hey, also big, I didn't tell you this on air, Duke City Championship Wrestling, that thing I own.
Sure.
We just got our new YouTube monetization partnership thing.
Oh, that's exciting.
Ain't that cool?
Yeah.
So many people are watching. We had some crazy last month, like 75,000 views or something on our YouTube. So it was like, way to go, guys. You know, like proud of your work. Proud of your work, boys. All right, here we go. It is our 2024 year in review. Game of the year, boys. 2024. We're looking at the game of the year from our 2024s. I believe I should go first, unless you guys think otherwise.
Go ahead.
Give me a Hobo Hank versus Jacob Fatu.
Okay.
So
All right.
This was a big one. This was last January the 20th. This is the match that put Duke City Championship Wrestling on the map, bringing in now WWE superstar Jacob Fatu. At the time, the last independent promotion he worked with went to head-to-head with Hobo Hank in front of 600 screaming fans at the historic El Rey, where Jacob Fatu did not best Hobo Hank in a disqualification due to interference from one Matthew Robas. But you got the idea, Van. It was an absolute banger start to the year and all downhill from there. So best game of the year, Hobo Hank versus Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, congrats to Jacob Fatu, like riding Hobo Hank's coattails all the way to WWE. So way to put him over, Hobo Hank.
Isaiah?
Oh, okay. Due to how painful it was yesterday to watch my Oregon Ducks lose, I got to go ahead and give a throwback to the Week 4 matchup we were talking about when Oregon beat Ohio State. But not only is that non-biased, that was one of the best college games, football games of the season. It was a great watch. The stars came out, and my Ducks actually won that one. I'm going to go Oregon versus Ohio State for game of the year.
In a regular season college football game.
Yes.
Not against Jacob Fatu.
No.
All right.
No.
Not a bad answer.
Well, that one was taken.
Good point. Van?
I'm going to go with, and then, so, you know, I don't do a lot of video games anymore, but I'm going to agree with the fine people at GameStop and say Astrobot was the game of the year. Most sales, most best reviews.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the new standard as far as video gameplay goes. So give me Astrobot.
A lot of people would say you're wrong because that's one of those pay-to-play kind of things to where even after you're all in on the purchase, you then have to continue through microtransactions supporting your approach to the game, which does make it the largest in revenue, but by no means makes it the largest critically. So, no, that's a bad answer.
So you're an Elden Ring guy. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm not saying I'm not an Elden Ring guy.
Hey.
If it's not on the Steam winter sale, I'm not seeing it. You know what I mean? I'm not paying full price for anything.
Give me Astrobot and their trunk of funk. Sign me up.
All right, not so bad. Athlete of the year, boys. I think you already know who I'm going to go with. It's Jake Paul.
Okay.
Jake Paul is your athlete of the year. No one got more with less than he, and I mean effort. Didn't have to give it.
Sure.
Went out there and danced around in front of a stadium full of Jerry Jones's closest friends. Also, I don't think we talked about this on here. Did we go over how it was only literally like buddies in that whole building?
Right.
Like there was 0 fans in that thing. Like that's kind of a crazy concept that there was like almost 100,000 of somehow associated people
right
to the production company or the Dallas Cowboys or the Fighters or Netflix or whatever. What? Like this whole thing was just a pub rub?
Yeah, it's the most watched fight by 40 million?
Good answer.
Yeah.
So yeah, give me Jake Paul. He's my athlete of the year.
Okay, smart. Smart money's on his big bags of money that he made off of that.
Isaiah?
I'm going to go with the hometown favorite to some, Mr. John Jones.
Ooh,
I go ahead for athlete of the year. 2 big-time wins coming off the injury. And I think he's set to have the heavyweight fight of all time this year in 2025.
Is it against Brock Lesnar?
No, although that would have been, I think, a domination. I think Brock would have got smoked.
John Jones don't leave his house for less than like 6 figures.
Yeah.
And I hate that. He also is on that exact same Morgan Wallen approach. Do
Well,
terrible
somebody
stuff.
can say it. Oh, all right. For my athlete of the year, I already kicked off my real gold medalist and my real silver medalist. They've won other awards throughout the program. So I'm going to X out Shohei Ohtani. I'm going to X out Caitlin Clark and go with golfer Scotty Scheffler. If you don't know like how dominant he was this past golf season, it is legendary. The most dominant years in the history of golf, numbers 1 through 7 are Tiger Woods. Number 8 is Scotty Scheffler. That's how good of a year he had, because he is in Tiger Woods category now. Now all he has to do is do it for 16 straight years.
Nope. Not gonna
sniff Tiger's junk.
Good answer, Van.
Thank you.
Good answer.
That's a category where I couldn't wiggle out of. I had to pick an athlete.
It's hard
because it's in the title.
2024 play of the year, Van. Okay, 2024 play of the year.
I'll go first.
Well, it's still my turn.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Give me Wicked. Put Wicked on the list, okay? Went from Broadway to full movie production, and soon will end up in the category of should not have been done.
Right.
So give me Wicked as it's transcended all of them. Also, how did none of those songs do anything in the top music charts? I don't get it. Like, usually when a film comes out, well, you know, it's because Universal doesn't own all that stuff anymore. Never mind. Yeah, it's a whole different system.
Is it public domain now? Is it that old?
No, but you don't have the label. You don't have the machine behind it. Yeah, so my play of the year is Wicked, Van. Give me Wicked.
It's a good play.
Isaiah?
I'm going to go with, hopefully I don't steal Van's here.
I doubt it.
I'm going to go with Saquon Barkley with the spin move reverse hurdle, which EA Sports Madden couldn't wait to go ahead and throw that in the video game, which they did about a week and a half later. They put that hurdle in the game, but just something that I think it will go down as a top 5 play in NFL history. And that'll be a play 25 years from now. We'll see it in videos, and we'll remember the day that we saw it.
That is probably the play of the year. Good answer.
Yeah, I don't even remember what day it happened, so I already forgot the day that I saw it, but yes.
The real play of the year, Zay, and let me tell you, this is the best play, is creating a fake Bitcoin and then hustling people into buying it. The old pump and dump. That's the best play of the year. You make a fake Bitcoin, you have a bunch of suckers buy it, they drive up the value, then they sell it and it collapses. Fake Bitcoin is the play of the year, easily. So many people got filthy rich.
Yeah, that's good.
Your boy Jake Paul, the Haktua girl, children are doing it to other children.
Yes.
The fake coins, the next president had a fake coin this past year. Fake Bitcoins. It's a hell of a play. Easy money.
When we come back from the break, it's our comeback of the year.
Also, it's a $BOIS is our coin. Get it while it's hot, guys.
Get it right now.
Get it in. Get in there.
BOIS.
Uh-huh.
Also, don't, because we don't actually have it. But as soon as we do. And
to the moon.
Yeah, if you're cool, tune in on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. We're doing our 2024 years in review. 2024's, I guess it would have been 25 anyway. So I was going to try to make a transition there with the Notre Dame Georgia game, but I kind of blew it. The way that Georgia blew the game. Yes, there we go.
There you go.
Yep. Notre Dame is victorious in this one. Georgia is out of the playoffs. Notre Dame is catapulting themselves towards the national championship. So there you have it.
Yeah, being able to score more than 20 on that elite Georgia defense and keeping, albeit a back quarterback, to only 10 points, that's impressive. I was talking about this, like, what was it, a month-ish ago? That this is the least hyped Notre Dame team of all time. No preseason number 2 or 3, like started in the middle, took some bumps early, like came together. Here they are, ragtag bunch, playing really good football. Is this what they need to do as Notre Dame, like an organization? Is like quit hyping themselves up and setting unrealistic expectations? The year I hear the least about Notre Dame is the year that they're the best. Surprise, surprise.
It's the best comebacks of 2024, boys. Best comebacks. Isaiah, you were leading off on this one. Give us your best comeback of 2024.
The best comeback of 24 is Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes after having a terrible season in 2023, having all the hype, the glasses, the do you believe? And then this season they come in, there was some chirps that they could be better, but we didn't expect them to be as good as they were. And I think that he has gone from not laughing stock, but I think he's earned his respect as a formidable head coach in college.
Okay, good answer.
All right,
Yeah.
not that bad.
Yeah, now also keep in mind, didn't lose a lot before joining Colorado.
Yeah.
Except in big games. That was his thing. He loves losing bowl games. He proved it again this year.
He's like he's just one of those guys that's good at everything. I was watching this video before they went to their bowl game, and they were all at SeaWorld, and they're playing the little basketball game, and all the players were shooting and kept missing. And then he walks up there and goes, I was all pro, right? And the first shot just came.
Interesting.
Clever at it, probably.
Okay.
Dan?
I'm going to go with basic condiments.
Okay.
There's been a lot in the news because for years, like
salsa took it over.
Oh my God, we need garlic aioli. Oh my God, no, we need mango habanero hot sauce. Oh my God, we need guacamole infused tots or whatever. No, the days of ketchup and mustard are back. All right, not just Kendrick's hit song propelling DJ Mustard back in relevance, but people have like a special appreciation for just regular ketchup. Fries and chicken fingers are back, baby. Regular condiments are back, baby.
This is a terrible answer. The best comeback of 2024 is BFR. It's an acronym.
Okay.
I've seen it everywhere for the last 6 months.
Okay.
It is shortened for B for real. It is on top of everything you don't agree with.
Okay.
It is the best comeback in all situations, BFR.
That's the new cut it out.
Yeah,
Am I
very
right?
much.
Yeah.
Very cooked.
B for real.
B for real, BFR. I like that one.
It's a good comeback.
It's the rivalry of 2024, boys. Rivalry of the year. This, I think, could have a lot of definitions.
Yeah, sure.
Van, Isaiah, you're leading us off. Give us your rivalry of the year.
Okay. Now I have two, and I feel like both could be possibly taken by both of you guys.
Ooh, okay.
Jump on them both.
Well, sit 'em out.
Yeah.
I'll go for the one that I don't think you'll take, and that's Kendrick Drake, of course, the biggest rivalry of the year. We even put hip hop popular in like foreign countries. Everyone was dancing and not like us, but also Trump and Kamala. Rivalry of the year.
That's a pretty good one.
I mean, I don't know if she really was in the mix.
I don't think, not as much as it was portrayed that she was. Yeah, that's for sure.
Appeared to dislike him.
Yeah, but you kind of got to play that, don't you?
That's how I
You got to
felt,
play
too.
it. Also, wouldn't be surprised if this is all pre-clandestine. The same
Well,
people are
Obama-
making money off of this either way it goes, you know. So
I think Obama and Mitt Romney might have been having dinner when the election was going on.
they literally
Yeah,
were.
they were.
Yeah,
they,
they were.
They got together.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not that weird.
It's not as contentious as you
Yeah.
think. Same in the NBA.
Mhm.
Significantly less beef than
They're
is
all-
portrayed to you.
They're all actually friends.
Yeah, they're all like multimillionaires who have very similar interests and want to protect those interests. And then factor that by a scale of 10, and that's politics.
Van?
I'm going to go with people in red hats and discerning the truth on the
Okay.
internet.
Yep, that's a good one.
This is a tough one. Not a lot of people can discern fact from fiction
It's hard
anymore
now.
when
hard.
it's presented to them in a way that appeals to their common sensibilities. So people and truth, I think, is the biggest rivalry of 2024.
All right, you guys really missed the ball on this one.
Okay, go ahead.
You both went with bad answers.
Well, I mean, it's Drake and Kendrick's the
It
only
was-
answer here, but you do what you do you.
Versus Wolverine.
Okay,
Okay.
they were teammates, they're friends.
It said verse.
Okay.
Seems like a rivalry if I've ever seen one. So I should kick that one out, you're saying?
Did you watch the movie?
All right, give me inside the NBA.
All right, good one.
Yeah, so that is a rivalry that literally ended all other rivalries and the NBA on TNT. It's going over to ESPN. There was another
Good
suitor,
get.
and they went with the prettier girl. So give me that. Also in my mix was Bratz versus Summer.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that was a team because it was the Brat Summer worked together, much like Deadpool and Wolverine.
It said verse,
Yeah, it did. It was in the title.
or did it say and? I don't really know. I think it said verse.
I think it's Deadpool versus Wolverine. I think so.
If it's Deadpool and Wolverine, not as good of a title.
It's and.
Okay, and or verse?
Oh, it's Ampersand
Oh, Ampersand?
and Wolverine.
All right, so that's definitely a team.
That's a team.
All right, I ruined that
That's okay. Can't all be big hitters, baby.
They rivaled basically the whole movie.
one. They were
I mean, they rivaled one-liners.
in
That's
clips.
for sure.
Yeah, that was the deal. All right, boys, we got one more break in us before we wrap up the show. When we wrap up the show, we give our 2025 wish list. It's our 2025 wish list. Whenever we get back, it's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, live from Sadie's on 4th, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored by
That's Wayne in the line.
Fish Milk.
pull this highlight for Portnoy. So just do this one with Wayne. Mike's hot.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Two Men On. You say it was Lenny or Wayne?
Wayne.
Friend of the show, Wayne, joins us on the program. Wayne, welcome.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I think hot sauces are still a good choice. Anyways, I wanted to chime in on the whole thing about the rivalries for the whole year.
Yes, sir.
The biggest rivalry is the bowl games. People who said that the playoffs wouldn't happen, and all the naysayers that would never happen because of the bowl games.
Yeah, let a naysayer know.
Make the bowl games part of the playoffs, which actually somebody listened. Obviously, I had no say in that at all, but I've been watching that tree for a long time. And the fact that I think that they stuck with the whole system as the division champions had a home playoff game, they need to continue with that. And I think for next year, my wish is to definitely consider that as well, as to consider them playing, continuing doing that concept. And it's twofold as far as people, how they act and how the media gaslights us all the time and say that never happened. And then later on we find out it's the truth. I wish that for next year that people continue, the media continues to stop lying to us. And then later on we find the truth, because then that's the goes back to the whole thing where we're having to find the truth ourselves because we'll continue being gaslighted. So I hope that for next year we have less of that for sure. But
bringing the fire. Wayne, good call. Happy New Year to you and yours, brother.
Ooh, I could use less gaslighting.
Yeah,
all around. Because music gaslighting is framed in another way. It's lying.
Yeah,
they're just lying to you.
The example I always give of gaslighting is this one. I always say, "I'll eat green chili," and then someone will tell me it's not that hot.
Yeah,
and I go, "Why are you gaslighting me?"
Yeah.
I just tasted this green chili. I know that it is in fact hot. What a weird thing to gaslight me about.
But it's like you're presenting opinion as fact now, aren't you?
Yes.
Here you go again.
Stop it.
Presenting opinion as fact.
All right, I got my big 2025 wish, okay?
Okay.
I need live spectacle events to become affordable again.
Oh, love this.
I am wishing for actual fans of actual, and it doesn't have to just be sports, cultural events, concerts. I'm talking, if you go to festivals, whatever your deal is, whatever your bag is. You know, this is not a plug for Duke City Championship Wrestling. You can get into Duke City Championship Wrestling for $20. Keep it right.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. The WrestleMania tickets are outrageous. The Super Bowl tickets are outrageous. The Taylor Swift Eras Tour is outrageous. All of these things are currently too much. I am wishing for the bubble to burst on the scalping market. I am hoping 2025, maybe you need federal insurrection for this.
You do.
But that's my deal, dude. Give me that in 2025 if we do even anything.
The ticket lobby is almost as powerful as like the war lobby, the medical lobby, like any sort of lobby. Until you fight back, until you push back, there's still going to be a $12 surcharge and a 13% internet charge across state line
all
fee,
of that changed
and
yesterday.
then a convenience fee, and then like, hey, we got to stop this. This is enough.
There are no more. I think they're called garbage charges or hidden charges, where the verbiage was. Those all have to be explained now. They can still exist.
Yeah.
They just have to be up front.
I know California went through with it. I don't know when it goes federal.
I don't know the answer.
All right.
Van?
But needs to happen. Can we have significantly less wars?
Yeah.
Like as close to zero as
That'd be
possible.
sweet.
I know we're looking through this through our red, white, and blue colored lenses right now. It's not just Israel and Ukraine in the world. Like there's wars in Yemen, Myanmar, Somalia, there's the Sudan. You know, there's a proxy war in Israel like going on, like with Iran and other countries around there. Like we're going to have like 24 conflicts going on right now. And then we can't just pick and choose which ones that we want to support or not support or turn a blind eye to. Like the time is nigh to start putting some pressure on these people and like hold a mirror in front of your face, because the military industrial complex, we're pumping money into both sides of these things in a lot of scenarios. So my wish list, while I understand it's a naive pipe dream, can we do a little less warm this year?
Good answer.
Thanks.
From the live chat, friend of the show, Jesse says he wishes for Bronco Mendenhall to have the worst season ever at Utah State.
Sweet. Love that.
It's not a bad answer.
Not at all.
That's so funny. It's going to be a good sports year. It will be the biggest sports year in terms of revenues. It will be the biggest sports year in terms of viewerships. It'll be everything that happens this year will be the most.
Yeah.
Financially will be the most optics and will be often the least accessible to so many people, be that the actual event, the live broadcast of, the streaming opportunity for and if you look at the Jake Paul stuff, or we didn't talk about it at all, we will on Monday, but Monday Night Raw is moving to Netflix now, and there's there's all these different avenues for stuff that people have enjoyed. They'll become more difficult than ever, and there will be gatekeepers and paywalls at every single access point. And what was it, 10 different streaming services this year to watch all the NFL? Is that what it was? It'll be something greater next year.
Beginning of the year, talked about on this program, you could get Carolina Panthers season tickets for cheaper than you could get every streaming service to watch NFL.
Isaiah Johnson, I know you're wrapping something up. Do you have your 2025 wish? Do you have the thing you want to see in 2025?
Oh, yeah. It's right here on the live chat at the bottom. And with the 13th pick, the Dallas Cowboys will probably be the 11th after this weekend. Ashton Genty, Boise State University with the 11th pick. That's what I want. Or give me Skeetabo in the second round.
Yeah, that's what you're going to get, baby.
Get them both double up.
No, Jerry Jones is going to trade up to the first pick and take Skeetabo.
We got here. We got to check the boy back. We got to check the ball back.
Now
That's what we got.
He reminds me of this guy I grew up with in Arkansas. Good guy. Good guy.
He's now a state senator.
Yeah.
We are done, but you are not. You can join Lobo Talk immediately following us, hosted by Rob Portnoy. He's going to talk the world of Lobos. There's a lot going on. Isaiah, back to the studio.
Great first day back after the new year, 2025. Starting off strong.
This was your best episode of the year.
Thank you.
Van, final words?
Oh, my goodness. Too much for the time allotted, my friend. Anything we didn't cover, make sure you check out tomorrow morning on the opening drive with Jeff and JJ.
I like that a lot. Good job, everyone. Keep breathing.
Happy New Year, Burke.